Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The Brewers On Deck pregame show is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Need a quick clean? Tsunami Express has you covered. Wash, chill, repeat.
Deja vu all over again as the Brewers take on the Cubs. Try and play 2 today. Overcast skies, but no rain in the forecast. That's a good thing. Wind is blowing in from left field today. Lane, and for Chad Patrick, who makes his first big league start since the 5th of July, facing a lineup without Kyle Tucker in it. Things a little different for the Chicago Cubs in Game 1.
Yeah, no Kyle Tucker, and we may not see him tonight either. Craig Counsell said after the game yesterday he was going to get a few games off to just try and reset. We saw the frustration with Kyle Tucker yesterday. We heard the boos here at Wrigley Field as well. Also, Nico Horner not in the lineup today, probably just a byproduct of having 2 games today. Give him 1 day off. They gave Dansby Swanson yesterday off. So the Cubs trying to find some answers, Jeff. They are averaging just 2.7 runs per game in the month of August. This was the best offense in baseball in terms of runs scored per game. Through the end of July, it's been a totally different team over the last couple of weeks.
We know the Brewers' offense hasn't struggled at all, especially in this month of August.
No, it's been an offense where everybody has been clicking at the same time. These are 2 polar opposite teams in terms of what their lineups are doing, and it's a different hero every day. Talk about Durbin and Terang, getting them on the board early yesterday. Of course, Monasterio over the weekend. It's just, there's so many guys and so many ways the Brewers can hurt you, and that's what's made them such a consistent offense for such a long time. 40-10 dating back to that win here on June 19th. There's only one other team in the National League that has done that, and that's
some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I got to eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindo.
Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment now. Delta Dental, Quick Trip, Woodman's Food Market, Bob's Tire, West Bend Insurance, The Silver Lining, U.S. Cellular, Carbliss, Island Resort and Casino, Hello Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Cousin Subs, Potawatomi Sportsbook, Cedar Crest Ice Cream, Wisconsin Biofuels, Wisconsin Laborers District Council, and Wisconsin Dental Association on the...
Today's manager interview is brought to you by Concordia University, Wisconsin. Whether you're looking to grow in your current role or enter a new field at Concordia, you'll learn from experts and grow your professional network. Visit cuw.edu to learn more about business, healthcare, teaching, and STEM programs starting soon. Concordia University, live uncommon. On Deck Show, built by Menards, continues from Wrigley Field. Brewers and Cubs chatting with the associate manager That is Ricky Weeks with us, giving Pat Murphy a day off from game number 2. And Rick, I mean, game number 1, you couldn't have set a better tone for what this series is going to be here at Wrigley.
Yeah, I think, a lot of times when you come to a series like this and, our back's not really against the wall, but we want to set a statement. I think that first game is always key for Freddie to go out there and to put up zeros like that, as well as the rest of the staff. And to score runs like that, too, on top of that. But, man, to see Freddie go out there and just kind of, set the pace for us and be that rock for us today was great.
It's amazing when Freddie goes out there, and he was as dominant gets, and then in that 4th inning, there's a little blip for 3 batters, but then when he needs to lock it in, he locks it back in.
Right, that's what you call your caballo right there. A lot of times you have a guy that can come in and kind of, get in trouble, but also, man, work his way out of it. That's why he's our guy, and, that's what he does.
We've been able to see with Freddie over his last couple of appearances, too, it's different stuff. Like last time out, it was the slider. It was a big pitch. Today, the changeup was a big pitch. That's just growing as an ace, as a pitcher, as anything.
Absolutely. When you can go up there with 4 pitches and command 4 pitches and throw it when you want to, depending on, the handlers of the batter, the team that you're facing, things like that, you can't have to do too much more than that. And he did a great job of that, too, as well.
And the bullpen stepped up big, too. And this is an effect of Jose Quintana going out there and dealing yesterday in a short bullpen day, Freddie Peralta going and give you 6 so that you don't have to use much of that bullpen in game 1 of a doubleheader. Absolutely.
The average fan doesn't understand that part, I think, and how much that means to a ball club for us, especially in the stretch that we got coming up, 18 or 19 games in a row here coming up. When you have guys like that go out there and throw up zeros and to extend that bullpen past a day or two, you have to tip your cap to guys like that.
We got more with Ricky Weeks coming up in just a moment on the Brewers Radio Network.
What if a customer slips and falls on your property? What if sparks from an employee's grinder cause a house fire on your job site? Unexpected things happen every day, but you can make sure your business doesn't get hurt with a carefully crafted general liability policy from West Bend. Be sure your independent agent understands your business, because at West Bend, the worst brings out our best. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com.
Hey Milwaukee, are you looking for a win? Try Unleaded 88. Unleaded 88 is available at lots of Wisconsin gas stations. It's cheaper than regular fuel, and it's better for your engine. Unleaded 88 is grown and produced by Wisconsin farmers. When you fill up with Unleaded 88, you save money, reduce pollution, get a cleaner engine, and you support local farmers. That's a win for all of us. Learn more at wibiofuels.org.
Ready to escape to a resort that has it all? The Island Resort and Casino is your total thrill getaway, where championship golf, a luxury spa, world-class gaming, and epic entertainment come together. Tee it up at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Unwind at the Drift Spa. Dine, play, win, repeat. Go all in on an unforgettable getaway. Book your total experience today at islandresortandcasino.com.
Brewers fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the ball, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Brewers fans. That means at game time, you should do less scrolling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Brew Crew with your crew. US Cellular, built for us.
Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's #1 car wash. Make the double play every day with a wash and free detailing. Surf in to TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express.
Wash, chill, repeat.
On Deck Show, built by Menards, continues. Chang with Ricky. Waiting for that misplay and then strike.
Well, that's the resiliency of our offense, and I don't care who you talk to, the teams that we play against, they all say the same thing. We just don't quit, and that's testament to our guys going up there and having great at bats. We saw today their ace. I would perceive as their ace, Horton, going up there, and he put up 60 pitches in 2 innings. So when you have something like that happen, we have a doubleheader. We got 5 games in 4 days. that kind of puts.
PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this. Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what D-Rose. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
It's Lourdes Gurriel dog.
That's a nice touch.
Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newtbar fan.
What a present for mom.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah. Ended up just shot putting it. Not blocking, there's nobody on base. There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Back with you on the On Deck Show, built by Menards from Wrigley Field. Before we continue, 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Brewers Radio Network. It is time for the injury report presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference as we take a look at the Brewers injury report. Jackson Chourio is expected to go on a rehab assignment on August the 22nd for Jackson Chourio, so that is coming up at the end of this week. And Rhys Hoskins beginning a rehab assignment. He was sent today. When we come back, we will have a conversation with Zach Zaidman from the Cubs Radio Network. That is coming up next on the On Deck Show, built by Menards on the Brewers Radio Network.
Do you guys want to go camping this weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're going to have to help pack because your dad and I still have some work to do.
What do you need us to do?
Gather up supplies like sunscreen, insect repellent.
Ice cream. We'll need Cedar Crest ice cream.
Well, you're in luck, Arlo. Your dad has one of those coolers that holds ice cream for 48 hours.
S'mores with ice cream.
How about Cedar Crest Campfire S'mores ice cream?
Yeah, we'll need lots of spoons.
Indoors or out, anytime is a great time for Cedar Crest.
At Cousin Subs, the bigger your smile, the better we feel. That's why our menu features something for everyone, like our Wisconsin cheese curds, golden fries, creamy shakes, and mac and cheese, all paired with your favorite sub, or our subs in a bowl. And don't forget our kids' meals, now with a free cookie. Here's to a better day. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
In baseball, they call the last 2 months of the season crunch time.
You've proven you're good enough to be here, but are you good enough to win? Hi, this is Robin Yount. In the sausage business, Usingers knows they're as good as it gets, but they take nothing for granted. They want each link they make to be the best one they've ever made. That commitment to a goal is what makes them a winner. Good isn't good enough. They strive for great. Let's keep winning, and Usingers will keep making sausage. Usingers in baseball, it's just not summer without them.
Back with you on the On Deck Show, Bill by Menard, Brewers and Cubs, continuing this series here today. And Zach Zaidman from the Cubs Radio Network joining us here on the pregame show. And Zach, obviously it's been a tough stretch for the Cubs, but still very much in possession of a postseason spot and a lot of runway left in the season right now. So, what would your message be to Cubs fans with where things are currently at?
I don't think I have the capability of calming down Cubs fans, especially in light of what's transpired in the National League Central. But I will say this, and you're right, the Cubs are still very much in the playoff race, and the goal is to get in.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
Get yourself ready.
Yes, there are hugs, and then there's that.
Now, what is that?
What is the purpose of that?
It's
an anemometer. It measures wind speed.
So that's good.
But it looks like a fidget spinner.
Meanwhile, on the Cove, it just looks like too much fun.
It was so routine, he took his eye off.
You got to come up with this play. You got to. You're right there. You had two hands. He looked it in. Oh.
There's the bunt. That could be trouble as Petrie. No, Stevie dives in and beats it. Good effort by Steve Lyons.
And that'll be a base hit right there. Good job. I'll tell you one thing, not a bad defensive play either by the Tigers.
Did you see that? He's going to get the dirt out, and all of a sudden he unbuckled his pants and they fell down.
I'm going to go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Philly
cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
As far as the Cubs have dropped behind the Brewers, but that's what's happened. And then you throw in the scuffling at the plate, the inability to come through with runners in scoring position. That takes its toll. The wild thing is that the Cubs pitching, and at the trading deadline, people felt that the biggest need the Cubs had, and I still feel this, is that they needed an extra starter because of some of the injuries that they had to the rotation, and you can never have enough bullpen arms. But yet, when you look at what's hurt them during this stretch, it's the inability to score runs, not run prevention.
You talk about the starting rotation. Getting Jameson Tyone back certainly should help them.
Absolutely. But again, the thing that I look at is Matthew Boyd's been phenomenal, even during this tough stretch that the Cubs have had. Same thing with Shota Imanaga since he came back from the hamstring injury. Tyone has been a reliable contributor. He's the perfect number 3 starter, doesn't get phased by the things that throw some young players out of whack. And before the blister, Cade Horton was operating at a really high level, especially during his rookie season. But to me, you got to hit. You got to score runs, and the Cubs were one of the best run-scoring teams during the first half of the season. And for whatever reason, since the All-Star break, they have not looked anything like the team that we saw during the first half, and it's cost them big time in this division.
Zach, one of the things that's been a great story for the Cubs has been Palencia stepping forward and really locking down the ninth inning. What has been the biggest difference for him? The velo has always been there. The stuff has always been there. What has made him different this year?
So it's funny, former Cub Ryan Presley, before he was let go, and Justin Turner, who I would consider the sage guru, clubhouse leader guy, they pulled him aside and they said, look, you throw 100 miles per hour, get it anywhere close to the zone, don't waste time with other pitches, and force the other guys to hit it. And for whatever reason, I think it locked in with him, and he's been doing that. It's hard to hit a 102 mile per hour fastball, and I think that's the big reason for his success. He says his mentality has changed. I think last year, this happens to a lot of young players, when you get optioned, and that's just the baseball business, right? You keep going up and down between the minor leagues and the major leagues. You don't understand why, because you're not taking the time to learn the business side of the game. Now he doesn't have to worry about being optioned back and forth, and I think his mentality is, I want the ball in the biggest moments, and he's been fearless in those situations, and it's really helped the Cubs out because it took him a while to find someone to lock things down at the end of games.
Zach, we appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Have fun, Lane. Thank you.
Zach Zaidman with us here from the Cubs Radio Network on the Brewers Radio Network on the On Deck Show, built by Menards. We've got the starting lineups when we return after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
For over 4 decades, one name has stood out as a symbol of excellence in automotive sales and service. It's the Boucher Automotive Group, dedicated to providing exceptional experiences to all of our valued customers.
We will help you find the perfect vehicle within your budget while respecting your time.
With 20 convenient locations, we're the one-stop destination for all your automotive needs.
At Boucher, we're your trusted partner on every mile of your journey, riding with you every mile since 1977.
In baseball, players spend time in the minors.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection at the Hall of Fame could tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
And batting ninth is the shortstop, Joey Ortiz.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yeah.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Lineup. It's presented by Cannon and Dumphy. Since 1985, they've been leading the way, recovering over $1 billion for clients. For fairness on the field and justice off of it, trust Cannon and Dumphy. First base umpire is Jordan Baker. The crew chief, Dan Bellino's at second base, Brock Ballou at third, And Dan Mersell has home plate here this afternoon. More of the On Deck Show built by Menards when we return to Wrigley Field after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
Summer in Milwaukee is non-stop.
Festivals, live music, and fresh city vibes fill the season.
From world-famous cultural celebrations to hidden gem street fairs, every neighborhood is a stage, alive with handcrafted traditions, homegrown talent, and world-class entertainment.
Music, flavor,
culture. Whenever you visit, the Cream City is ready to celebrate. This summer, don't just visit, experience Milwaukee, the city of festivals. Learn more at visitmilwaukee.org/fest.
Searching for auto, light truck tires, or service? Visit the Tire Professionals at Pops Tire Service. Trusted and family owned for over 80 years. With over 200 locations in 17 states. Great pricing on hand-cooked tires and all major brands. Pops Tire, one of the largest commercial and retread dealers, providing truckers and fleets with the most dependable 24-hour road service. Pops Tire, proud partner of Hand-Cooked Tire, the official tire of Major League Baseball. Never halfway hand-cooked tire. For the best deals on tires and all your service needs, visit popstire.com.
The chips that you like are not on sale this week, so we're gonna have to skip those. Sorry, bud.
Aww. Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint. I'm Phil. At Woodmans, you don't need a flyer to find hot deals.
With our everyday low prices and huge selection, you can find anything you're looking for.
And still save big time on your whole grocery bill.
So I can get the groceries I want and save money?
The beauty of this jersey is the feel, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Busy making double play meal deals all day long.
As we wrap up the On Deck Show built by Menards. Brewers and Cubs getting set for game 2 of what is a 5-game series. Doubleheader here today, take 2 after not being able to get both games in yesterday. It's time for the keys to the game. They're presented by Toyota. Visit your local Wisconsin Toyota dealer to check out Toyota's incredible lineup, like the all-new Tacoma, Grand Highlander, and RAV4. Toyota, let's go places. Well, kind of a simple game plan for Chad Patrick today, because this Cubs offense really struggling. Wind is blowing in, so just try to keep the ball in the ballpark. They're having a tough enough time as it is to score runs, and stringing hits together, a little bit of a challenge for a team that is just not swinging the bat very well. Limit the free passes also. You pretty much say that every single game for any starting pitcher, but certainly seems to be important against a team that is struggling as much as the Cubs. We drive around the league. It is presented by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors, building Wisconsin together. Matchups around the rest of baseball later on tonight. You've got Toronto at Pittsburgh. St. Louis is at Miami, and Cincinnati is in Anaheim. Those are the matchups throughout the rest of the NL Central. We're about ready to get this one underway. Matthew Boyd going through his warm-up tosses, and with the play-by-play, here's my partner, Jeff Levering.
Thank you so much, Lane, and a reminder that this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. It's also brought to you by the Boucher Automotive Group. Visit them today, Boucher.com. Sal Frelick digs in, set to lead it off. Caleb Durbin to follow, and then William Contreras in this opening inning. Fans still coming into Wrigley. A lot of empty seats, but a lot of Brewers fans in the ballpark today. First pitch of the game for Matthew Boyd is outside, ball one, and off we go from the friendly confines. First pitch, Brewers baseball, brought to you by Carbless, premium cocktails in a can. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. It's a strike, and it's 1-1. Stop at your local grocer or stock up for the game or for your next tailgate. Carbless, less is more. 1-1 coming back on Sal Frelick is up and in. 2 balls and a strike. Boyd into his windup, and the left-hander deals. Chopper to second base. 2 hops for Willie Castro. Throws him out. 1 up and 1 down in the opening inning. Caleb Durbin will be the hitter. Couple of hits yesterday. A double and a massive home run. The furthest home run he's hit in his big league career. Quick Trip Around the Bases is presented this month by Old Wisconsin Snack Sticks. Today's contestant in the Quick Trip Around the Bases contest is Alma Salgado from Cambria. Boyd's first offering to Durbin is a strike on the inside corner at the knees. Brewers score in the first inning. Alma will win a $100 Quick Trip gift card, compliments of Old Wisconsin Snack Sticks and Quick Trip. Boyd all set to go, and his 0-1 pitch to Durbin. Hit foul off the netting behind the plate. It's a quick 0-2. Durbin 5 out of 19 on this road trip. Boyd ahead in the count. 0-2 on Durbin. The kick and the pitch is off the inside corner. Heard Jordan Baker, our home plate umpire, say that's in. It was. Boyd has been unbeatable at Wrigley Field this year, 9-0. 1-2 pitch is hit foul. Stuck with that breaking ball nicely. 1-2 on Durbin. Home earned run average at 175. Overall in the season, 11-6 for Boyd. 2.45 ERA, among the league leaders in earned run average. Brewers got to him back in Milwaukee. It was back on the 28th of July. Allowed 5 runs with 5 walks in 5 innings. All season highs for Boyd. 1-2 pitch. Durbin looked low at a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In that start, Boyd had a tough time throwing his fastball for strikes, and the Brewers made him pay for it. 2-2 coming. Durbin checks the swing and looks slightly low at a changeup. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Could have been strike 3, should have been strike 3, but wasn't.
It's kind of what you get with Jordan Baker sometimes behind the plate. That low strike, sometimes not always open for business.
3-2 pitch. Line to left field. Back is Happ. Makes the catch right at the edge of the warning track for out number 2. If you have your bingo card ready, Jordan Baker, the tallest umpire in the history of umpires.
I was going to say it without saying it.
Well, I mean, you set it up perfectly. Yeah. He is the tallest umpire in Major League history, so that low strike can be tricky. William Contreras at the plate. 13 home runs, hitting .261. Was 0 for 4 with a walk yesterday, and takes inside against Boyd. Contreras 4 hits in 18 at-bats on the road trip, including a home run. Came in Sunday's game against the Reds. 1-0 pitch is fouled at home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cubs defensively a little different today. Happ in left, Crow Armstrong in center. Owen Casey makes his start in right. Shaw, Swanson, Castro, and Bush third to first on the infield, and Reese McGuire is catching. Boyd changing the sign with McGuire, has his own pitch count device on his belt. 1-1 to Contreras. Bouncer to short, 2 hops for Swanson. Got a chest-high hop on that third bounce, and Contreras is thrown out. 3 up and 3 down go the Brewers in the first inning. Chad Patrick gets to work when we come back to Wrigley. No score on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized...
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1966 with Billy Sorrell.
University, your first choice for a flexible, career-focused education on your schedule. Lakeland University, experience it your way.
Chad Patrick gets to work against this Cubs offense in the bottom half of inning number 1. The Brewers won game 1 of the series yesterday, 7-0. Took advantage of some little paper cuts. 4-run 8th inning. Extending their lead as Chad Patrick delivers up and away, ball 1 to Michael Bush. A couple of solo home runs, Caleb Durbin and Bryce Terang. Got another run on a throwing error as Bush hits it in the air to left center. Back goes Lockridge onto the warning track, and he'll make the catch. Yesterday, that's a home run. Today, a fly out to left center. That wind is howling in from left. That's a good thing for Chad Patrick to have at his side today. 1 up and 1 down on the fly ball to center. Brewers baseball brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, only 96 calories. It's Miller time. Brewers defensively today. Collins, Lockridge, and Frelick left to right in the outfield, as the first offering to Happ is a strike over the outside corner with a cutter. Durbin, Ortiz, Terang, and Vaughn third to first on the infield, and Contreras does the catching again. Happ in the 2 spot, did not play yesterday. Half swing and a miss. Went around on a slider against Chad Patrick. Quick 0-2 on Happ. Talked about it in the pregame show, but the Brewers may not see Kyle Tucker at all today. Craig Counsell saying that they need to take a step back after he has struggled so mightily since the All-Star break. 0-2 is outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bad body language on this homestand. So we'll see a lot of Owen Casey, it would seem, at least today. 1-2 pitch, fly ball right center. Back is Lockridge. This one is going to be off the ivy. Ian Happ with a 2-strike double, and the Cubs have a runner in scoring position. Had just 2 at-bats in yesterday's game with a man in scoring position. It was a fastball at the bottom of the zone on 1 and 2, and Happ went down and got it. Can't go down there to Ian Happ. Chad Patrick, lucky that ball didn't get out of the ballpark. Hit about 3/4 of the way up the ivy in deep right center. Seiya Suzuki is the hitter. Suzuki 1 for 3 with a walk yesterday. Celebrated his birthday yesterday. Had one of the 2 hits for the Cubs. Suzuki hacking away and fouls it back. Hey, nice catch made by a fan at our level. Second row. No glove, no problem. High fives. He's looking for a youngster to give a baseball to. Found one. He's having a Hall of Fame day.
Yeah, perfect execution.
0-1 to Suzuki. Down and away. Knocked down by Contreras. Cutter that cut too much. 1 ball and 1 strike on Seiya Suzuki. You know what I loved about that whole sequence? That gentleman never stopped, pulled out his cell phone, took a picture, never did any of that stuff. Make the catch, wave, find a kid. Well done. Ball and a strike on Seiya Suzuki, playing the pull on the infield. Happ takes his lead from second, and it skips in the dirt, gets away from Contreras. And over to third goes Happ, and that changes the complexion of this at-bat entirely. Back-to-back pitches that Contreras has had to scoop up out of the dirt. Did it successfully on the first one, but Patrick choked the slider on the second. And that'll force the Brewers infield to come up. Pitch for a pop-up or a punch-out if you're Chad Patrick. Suzuki's got some strikeouts in that bat, too. 2-1 coming back on Suzuki. Is outside. 3 balls and a strike, and Pete Crow Armstrong is waiting in the on-deck area. First start in the big leagues for Chad Patrick since the 5th of July. Remember, he was optioned back down to AAA to make room for Brandon Woodruff. 3-1 on Suzuki. Patrick's pitch is a ball outside, and he walked him. So it does set up a double play situation. But a guy in Pete Crow Armstrong that likes to lift and separate and has as good a speed as anybody in the game. So a 1-out double followed by a walk. And Chad Patrick has to deal with Pete Crow Armstrong. He was 0 for 3 with a walk in yesterday's ball game. 6 for his last 31 and hitting 158 since the break. Patrick kicks and deals to Crow Armstrong, and he's good for a strike at the top of the zone. 4-seam fastball to 96. Patrick from not too far away from Wrigley, Hebron, Indiana. Grew up coming to games here. Second time he's pitched at Wrigley this year. 0-1, and that's outside. Not close. 1 ball and 1 strike. Got a lot of family and friends at the ballpark today. In fact, I can see him down and to our left with Patrick 39 jerseys on. Ball and a strike on Crow Armstrong. Runners on the corners. No score in the first. The pitch is a pop-up foul, and Crow Armstrong broke his bat. Needs a new piece of lumber, and 2 bats are being run out. And he'll take the one on the left. No stickum required. And he'll dig back in. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Pete Crow Armstrong. Cubs threatening in this bottom of the first inning. Only had a handful of base runners the entire game yesterday. 1-2. Patrick ready. They're going in on Crow Armstrong. The pitch. Ground ball hit to third. It's going to be a play at home. Durbin throws home, and they get Ian Happ. 2 away. Runners at first and second base. A good play by Caleb Durbin as he came home on the ground ball. An easy play. They weren't going to turn 2 with Crow Armstrong's speed. Happ was going on contact, and a perfect play by Durbin to cut him down at home plate. So Crow Armstrong reaches on a fielder's choice, and he's blocked, thankfully, by Seiya Suzuki ahead of him. And now you deal with the number 5 hitter, Willie Castro. And Patrick an out away from getting out of a jam. Castro 0 for 3 yesterday. Hits from the left side of the plate. A look at second base from Chad Patrick, and the pitch home. Check swing foul off the netting behind home plate. It's 0-1. Two outs and 2 on for Chicago. Bottom half of inning number 1. The Brewers went in order against Boyd in the top half. Needed just 14 pitches to get through the Brewers. Number 17 on the way from Patrick. And it's hit foul off the netting again by Castro. It's a quick 0-2. Went cutter, and that got a lot of the plate. A lot of lefties in the lineup today against Chad Patrick. 6 of them, including a pair of switch hitters. Willie Castro, a switch hitter. Trade deadline acquisition from the Twins. First and second, 2 strikes and nothing on Willie Castro. Patrick deals. Fouled again left side, and that was right down the middle. 4-seam fastball, and Chad Patrick, he threw it at 96, but Castro just missed it. You cannot make mistakes in that zone against this offense. Got away with one. 0-2 again as Patrick sets from the first base side of the rubber. And the pitch is low and in the dirt. Gets away from Contreras. No play. Crow Armstrong got about a third of the way off of first base. Vaughn was trying to sneak in behind at first, but no play there. Seiya Suzuki put on the brakes at second. Another slider that Chad Patrick choked. Threw it in the dirt. And if you're the Chicago Cubs, you could almost eliminate that pitch at this point. Every time he's thrown it, it's been in the dirt. 1-2 on Castro. Patrick on pitch number 20 in the first inning is high. Fastball at 96, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cubs are making Chad Patrick work in his return to the big leagues. Made 6 starts down in AAA after being optioned back down. It was just 1-3. 2-2 pitch. Chopper to first base. Vaughn backs up, fields it, throws to first. Patrick can't make the play. It rolls all the way to Contreras, thankfully, and Seiya Suzuki has to stop at third. Brewers catch a break as Vaughn threw low to Chad Patrick covering the first base bag. They had an out on Willie Castro. Patrick got over there, but the throw from Vaughn was low. Patrick couldn't make the play, but thankfully, as it got by Patrick, Contreras was standing at home plate, and that's right where the throw went. Otherwise, you're looking at a 1-0 lead for Chicago at a minimum.
It didn't look like Vaughn got a very good grip on the baseball as he was pulling it out of the glove on the exchange. I think that's what threw the throw off.
Well, it opens the door. Bases loaded for Owen Casey, and a trip to the mound by Brewers pitching coach Chris Hook. Trips to the mound presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Hitch a ride to Brewers home games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the sportsbook or a same-day sports bet to get a wristband and seat on the shuttle. So Patrick thought he was out of the inning. Instead, he's got to do more work against the rookie Owen Casey. Go down as an E3 on Andrew Vaughn. So a freebie in the inning. And usually a very locked-tight defense. Owen Casey picked up his first big league hit yesterday against Abner Uribe. He's 1 for 8 in the big leagues. Pitch home is down and in. Through a sinker, 1 ball, no strikes. The margin for error for Patrick in this bottom of the first inning has been very thin, and right now there is no margin for error. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 1-0 coming to Owen Casey. Line to right, a base hit. That's going to score 2 runs. Suzuki scores. Crow Armstrong scores. It's 2-0 Cubs. They take advantage of the error. The Cubs giving the Brewers a dose of their own medicine. Owen Casey picks up his first 2 runs batted in of his career. And Dansby Swanson will be the hitter. 7th man to hit in the inning. Pitch that was down and in, a sinker. Casey did a nice job going down and getting it. But with the speed of Pete Crow Armstrong, he scored with ease from second base. So 2-0 Cubs. Pitch to Swanson, a pop-up. Right near the mound. Who's going to take it? It'll be Caleb Durbin making the catch. And that retires his side. 2 unearned runs against Chad Patrick, but runs nonetheless. We go to the second inning at Wrigley. 2-0 Chicago on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance. Christian Yelich leads it off with the Brewers trailing 2-0 against Matt Boyd. He's our cleanup hitter today. Clean up any home damage with Loyal Family, located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for a free inspection today. Yelich 0 for 4 yesterday. The pitch to him is a high strike, and it's 0-1. Drew a walk. He's in the middle of an 0 for 13. Boyd's 0-1 to Yelich is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. It was 4 for 5 in the opener of this road trip in Cincinnati. Couple of home runs, a double, drove in 5. Hitless since. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Had a good changeup, and Boyd's got that good changeup going today. Boyd not messing around tempo-wise. He gets it. He goes. 1-2. Swing and a foul in and out of the glove of McGuire behind the plate. 1-2. This has been a good combination for Boyd. When he works with McGuire, Boyd's earned run average is 0.78. Spans 4 games that these two have worked together. Boyd's 1-2 again. Fouled away. Curveball in the inner part of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Patrick threw 24 pitches in that bottom of the first inning and could have got out of it without surrendering a run. Usually tight defense let the Brewers down in that first inning. Another 1-2. Drops down sidearm and strikes out Christian Yelich with a breaking ball. First strikeout for Matthew Boyd. 1 gone for Andrew Vaughn. It was 1 for 4 yesterday with a hit by pitch. 4 for 17 overall on this road trip, and trying to bounce back after that error and have a make good. Game 1 of a doubleheader today on the north side of Chicago. Humid. Pitch to Vaughn is outside. 73 degrees at our first pitch. A lot of cloud cover today. 1-0 from Boyd. Low. 2 balls, no strikes. Boyd rocks back and deals. Misses away. 3 balls and no strikes. Trying to get a man on ahead of Collins. Collins back in the starting lineup today after his paternity leave. 3-0 on Vaughn in the pitch. His way outside for ball 4. The Brewers have their first base runner. And Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin walk. Ortho ASAP walk right in. There is a difference. So Collins gets his first start since becoming a new dad. Was 0 for 1 yesterday, came off the bench. He's starting in left field in game 1. Missed the series in Cincinnati. And the pitch to Collins is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Last 24 ball games for Collins, hitting nearly 350. 3 homers, 18 driven in. Was the rookie of the month in July. 1-0 is a strike. Through a changeup, snapped a stretch of 5 straight out of the zone. Collins at 287, still a few at-bats short. Got to have 3.1 plate appearances per team game to qualify for the league leaders. 1-1. Collins swings and misses. Fastball up and out of the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Before he went on the paternity list, he was about 45 plate appearances short. He still has time to catch up to become a qualifier. Would be in the top 10 in batting average if he did qualify. And at 287. Big hole on the right side of the infield. 1 out, runner at first base. And the Brewers trailing 2-0. Boyd throws home. And he hit it foul right side. Fastball on the outside corner, and Collins, I believe, needs some new stickum. So he grabs the spray, sprays it on his batting gloves. Told you the humidity, that could play a role. And sprays the batting gloves with the stickum spray. He's got some on the handle of his bat. He uses the bat tape. Get extra grip. And back in the batter's box, hitting from the right side of the plate. 1-2 pitch from Boyd. And it's down and in, almost hit him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Through the back foot slider, almost hit him in the back foot. And Vaughn not a threat to run over at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Boyd looks over at first, kicks and throws home. And he missed outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes with a changeup. Do they send Vaughn to try and stay out of a double play? We'll find out. Collins does not strike out much. We'll see. 3-2. Boyd will throw to first, and Vaughn is back with a dive. He was thinking along the same lines. He's got a pretty good move to Boyd. And for Vaughn, it should be a one-way lead at this point. Leaning back towards first base. If you're going, it's simply just to get yourself in motion. 3-2 coming back. Popped him up. Foul territory behind home plate. McGuire is going to be out of room. 5 rows back. And the beat goes on with Isaac Collins. This is what he does. This will be pitch number 8 in the sequence between Boyd and Collins. Gets to 2 strikes, and then he just battles.
Doesn't seem like he's missed a beat, huh?
Boyd again has his sign, and the payoff to Collins is high. Ball 4. Took a changeup up and out of the zone. Back-to-back walks. And Bryce Terang is coming up. And a trip to the mound by Tommy Hotovy before all of that. His second trip to the mound in 2 innings. So They're all brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Hitch a ride to a Brewers home game on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the sportsbook or a same-day sports bet to get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle.
Basically a classic Isaac Collins at bat. We've seen that at bat so many times over the last couple of months. Great to have him back in this lineup. As great as the Brewers offense did over the weekend, even without him, he's a difference maker right now for this team, and then some.
He's aboard at first. Vaughn at second base. Tying run is on for Bryce Turang, who homered in yesterday's game. 2 for 5, 2 runs batted in. He faces Boyd. Brewers are making him work in this inning. First pitch to Turang. On the ground, first base side. It's a fair ball. Step on the bag and get the out there. Runners advance to second and third, and it'll take a 2-out hit from somebody. And hopefully Brandon Lockridge, who's coming up now, potentially tie the game. So Turang advances the runners on a 3 unassisted. And it's Lockridge's opportunity against Boyd. They can't beat summer in Wisconsin. Lakes, sun, and especially food. Grilled brats and franks from Musingers. Pine River gourmet cheese spreads. They are great with everything. Wrap up your summer day with Cedar Crest ice cream and call it a winner. Up on the corners, pitch to Lockridge is a strike. Couldn't pull the trigger on a high fastball. It's 0-1. That's the pitch that the Brewers have to be careful with against Boyd. The high fastball, because he'll couple the changeup with it. Throw it out of the same window. 0-1 to Lockridge. Line foul. He's in an 0-2 hole. Two strikes and nothing on Lockridge. Infielders back up. Vaughn at third. Collins at second. Boyd ready. 0-2 pitch. Up and in. That's the one they have to be careful with. Couple of baseballs above the strike zone. 1-2 on Lockridge. 36 pitches in the game for Boyd. Need a big hit. 1-2 coming. Laid off the changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good take from Lockridge. Through just 14 pitches in the first inning, 23 so far in the second. A pair of walks drawn by the Brewers offense. 2-2 on Lockridge. Boyd sets and deals. Check swing again, and it missed wide on a fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Joey Ortiz is in that on deck area, and he's had plenty of opportunities in these same situations. Lockridge has not in a Brewers uniform. 4 for 12 so far on the road trip. Right-handed hitter facing lefty Boyd. The kick and the 3-2. Line down the left field line. It is hooking foul into the seats. Change up down the middle of the plate. Lockridge had a good swing. A hair out in front. So he threw the change up on 3-2. Will he double up on it? That's the go-to pitch with 2 strikes for Boyd. Lockridge spreads out that stance ever so slightly with 2 strikes. 3-2. Boyd coming home. Fouled away. Went fastball in the inner part of the plate, and Lockridge got a piece to stay alive. Fouling pitch after pitch off. This is another 8-pitch at bat. Collins drew an 8-pitch walk back in the second. And Lockridge, this will be the 8th pitch that he will see in the second inning. Time used by Lockridge. 40 pitches for Boyd. And a long top half of inning number 2. 2-0 Chicago. Boyd again sets. 3-2 pitch. And it's fouled off of McGuire. He went slider down and in. Lockridge got enough. This will be the 9th pitch of the sequence. Lockridge locked in a good duel with Matthew Boyd. Lockridge 9 hits and 33 at-bats as a member of the Brewers. Boyd steps off. First disengagement just resets the pitch timer. Vaughn leads from third, Collins from second. Boyd sets again. 3-2 pitch. Fouled back again. Went fastball right down the middle, and Lockridge hangs in there. A 10th pitch coming in the sequence. They are making Boyd sweat out there on the hill.
You watch Brandon Lockridge play, you would think that he came up through the Brewers organization. He's been a part of their development system for years. Not that he just got here 3 weeks ago.
And trying to make it count against Matthew Boyd. 10th pitch about to be thrown in the sequence. Boyd to Lockridge. The kick, here it comes. It's down and in, ball 4. What a walk from Brandon Lockridge. Everybody on the top step of the dugout and giving Lockridge a standing ovation after that at-bat. Another ortho ASAP walk against Matthew Boyd. We've already seen one mound visit in the inning from Tommy Hotovy. And now it's Joey Ortiz with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Stop me if you've heard that before. Leads the team in at-bats with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch to Ortiz. It's a strike. Ooh, didn't have to be on a changeup. That was maybe a ball off the inside corner. Ortiz had a run-scoring single with the bases loaded in the 8th inning of yesterday's game. Part of that 4-run 8th. 0-1 to Ortiz. Fouled back, and it's 0-2. It's a 30-pitch inning for Matthew Boyd. Check that, 31-pitch inning for Matthew Boyd. And Ortiz gets into protect mode. 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases full of Brewers on 3 walks. Going in on Ortiz. The pitch. Flare to first base. Foul territory, going to be caught by Bush. And the inning ends. Boyd walks 3 batters, throws 32 pitches, but puts up a 0. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's 2-0 Chicago on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Ready. Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
That's my security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted a famous dog, so she told me to do it.
After a long inning on offense, the Brewers come away with a 0 against Matthew Boyd. They left the bases loaded. And Chad Patrick gets back to work against 8, 9, and 1 in the order. McGuire, Shaw, and Bush. Patrick, 2 unearned runs in that first inning. And the first pitch to McGuire misses high for ball 1. McGuire 0 for 3. Has not played very much. Carson Kelly has got the lion's share of the playing time. The 1-0, and McGuire rockets one foul down the right field line. Miguel Amaya, who had been dealing with an injury, came back in the first game back. He got hurt again, so McGuire came back up. Becomes a backup catcher. The 1-1 to McGuire misses up and away. 2 balls and a strike. On the season, hitting .230 with 6 homers and driven in 16. Patrick threw 24 pitches in that opening inning. Pitch to McGuire is hit foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cloud cover. Breeze blowing in off the lake. Good day to pitch at Wrigley. Tough day to hit a homer. 2-2 coming. Ground ball first base. Vaughn has it. He'll take it to the bag and take McGuire for out number 1. Takes us to a station break. 10 seconds for an ID on the Brewers Radio Network. With Lane Grindle and Kent Sommerfeld, Jeff Levering aboard from Wrigley Field. Game 1 of a doubleheader today between the Brewers and the Cubs. Brewers won the opener yesterday, 7-0, as Matt Shaw takes an inside corner fastball for strike 1. 7:05, your first pitch for Game 2 tonight. Night game tomorrow. Shaw fouls it away. It's a quick 0-2 on the number 9 hitter, Matt Shaw. 7:05 first pitch tomorrow night, and then a day game to finish things out on Thursday. Before coming back home, pitch to Shaw, misses high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got a National League West run coming up. Got the Giants and the Diamondbacks in town for the next homestand. 7-gamer. 1-2 pitch. Shaw took it up and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Giants have not been playing great. They got the benefit of a fan interference call late last night. Took a home run away from Xander Bogaerts of the San Diego Padres. 2-2 pitch. And a broken back ground ball hit to third. It's a fair ball. Durbin Fields throws on the run. It's late. Shaw couldn't have rolled it up there on the third base side any better. He's got a 1-out single. And sets the stage for Michael Busch. A reminder from your friends at Schneider and their professional truck drivers: always give semi-trucks extra room to stop while on the road. Well, a new bat will be needed for Shaw. Breaking ball that would have hit him if he didn't swing. And put the bat on the ball, and good things happening for the Cubs in this game. Shaw takes off. Throw to second base from Contreras on the bag, and they got him. Tag right on the back. Craig Counsell puts a hand up to see if they want to challenge. Perfect throw from Contreras. Ortiz laid that tag down, and they will not challenge. It's a caught stealing for William Contreras. So just as Shaw got himself on base, he's out on the caught stealing. Perfect throw. Good pitch to throw on as well. Busch waits on an 0-1, and it's hit to first base. Vaughn has it. He'll flip underhand to Patrick covering the bag, and that ends the inning. 3 up and 3 down. Very minimal pitches used by Chad Patrick, just 12. We go to the third inning. 2-0 Chicago on the Brewers Radio Network. Top of the order coming up for the Brewers, starting with Sal Frelick trailing 2-0, and stepping into the play-by-play. Here's Lane.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. Sal Frelick to lead things off for the Crew against Matthew Boyd, who had that lengthy 30-plus pitch inning in the top of the second inning. and didn't have a lot of time to sit back down on that bench in the third base dugout. After a quick inning from Chad Patrick, first pitch to Sal Frelick is breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. It is the Potawatomi Casino Hotel 3-bagger in the third contest. Our contestant is Dalton Jacobson from Racine. A swing and a miss at a curveball down and away. It's 0-2. Dalton will win a Potawatomi prize package if a member of the crew hits a triple this inning. Visit WTMJ.com to enter in for official contest rules. 0-2 pitch. Sal, a swing and a miss. Came back with a slider. He struck him out on 3 pitches. Just the second strikeout recorded by Boyd. One away for Caleb Durbin, who lined out to left in his first at bat of the day. Durbin homering yesterday, double yesterday, swinging the bat well. It was a hard contact. He's out in the first inning. It was tracked down on the warning track by Ian Happ. And Boyd having some issues, it would appear, with his pitch comm. Now it seems like everything's okay. He was, I believe, trying to punch in what he wanted to the catcher Reese McGuire, as Durbin shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes a fastball outside. It's 1-0. 2-0 Cubs very early in this one. Boyd's 1-0 pitch. That's fouled back and out of play. And it's 1-1. Brewers have found themselves in situations like this plenty over the course of this month. Remember, in that 14-game winning streak, 1-1 is down and in with a changeup, 2 balls and 1 strike. During that winning streak, Brewers had 8 come from behind victories and almost got a 9th to make it 15 in a row on Sunday. 2-1. This is a fly ball, right field. It is going to push Casey back into the corner. He reaches up and makes the catch on the warning track in that corner for the second out. Took a interesting route to get back in that corner and make that catch, but he was able to track it down. There's 2 down for William Contreras. Well, here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. Super easy app. It opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill up. Download the Club Citgo app today. Contreras grounded out to short back in the first. Curveball missed down and in. It's 1-0. Pitch, a swing and a miss at a changeup. 1-1 is the count, as Contreras actually just got a piece of that one. Regardless, it's a 1-1 count. Boyd trying to have himself an efficient top of the third inning. The Brewers took a bite out of him in that second inning. You hear Pat Murphy talk about that a lot. And even though game 2 last night got postponed and now we're playing 2 today, it's still the same objective as yesterday. Try to get into that bullpen as quickly as you can. And the Cubs had to use a lot of their bullpen yesterday after Kate Horton left in the third. 1-1, a fly ball into right. Casey tracking it into the corner, onto the warning track, and in the corner he made the catch. In fair territory. We lose sight of it down in that corner. Have to wait for the call from Stu Sherwater, the first base umpire, but Casey tracked it down, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Boyd in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of 3. 2-0 Cubs on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the...
As someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big one.
National Bank. You cheer on the hometown team, so bank at your hometown bank. Visit tcnb.com to open your account today.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. Cubs with a 2-0 lead. Chad Patrick, after an efficient second inning, back out there. He'll get Hap, Suzuki, and Pete Crow Armstrong. Here in this third, Patrick's first pitch is a strike with that cutter. Yeah, it's 0-1. That is a pitch we saw so much from Chad Patrick, especially the lefties. That backdoor cutter. When he was first up with the crew, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. That was a cutter over the middle of the plate, but at the top of the zone, and he's got Hap behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Double back in that first inning for Hap. Off the ivy in right center. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Went a little higher with that cutter. And Hap went after it again. It's an ortho ASAP strikeout for Chad Patrick. His first of the afternoon. Start healing faster with ortho ASAP. Meet with a specialist today. Learn more at orthowisconsin.com. So here's Seiya Suzuki, who walked and scored back in the first. And he takes a first pitch strike with that sinker. And it's 0-1. Patrick's 0-1 pitch. Missed down and away with a cut fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Suzuki 1 for 3 yesterday. Jeff told you on his birthday. One of just 2 hits for the Cubs. 1-1. Missed away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Other one coming from Owen Casey in the 7th inning. His first career hit. He's checked off a few firsts in this series so far. 2-1 to Suzuki. And that missed just off the plate. Away with a 2-seamer. It goes to 3-1. First game at Wrigley. First hit. First couple of RBIs for Owen Casey. Made a couple of nice catches in right field last half inning. This one's fouled out of play first base side, and the count is full. It is 3-2 on Suzuki. One out and nobody on here in the bottom of the third, and Suzuki with something in his eye will step out of the box momentarily here and try to get himself reset before climbing back in to resume the AB. Patrick at 44 pitches, works out of the windup, the 3-2 pitch. Missed high, and he walked him. So it's the second time Suzuki has walked, the only 2 walks that Patrick has issued so far. And there's a 1-out base runner for the Cubs here. Well, no dental insurance, but you need dental care. The new Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club can save you up to 55% from a statewide network of trusted WDA dentists. Join at WDAclub.com. So here's Pete Crow Armstrong. First pitch to him is way outside. It's 1-0. Some of the misses for Patrick have been big misses, easy swing decisions, or lack thereof for some of these Cubs hitters. One-0 pitch. And this is a little flare, back of third. It's going to drop in there for a base hit. This is going to be extra bases for Crow Armstrong. Over there to dig it out is the third baseman, Collins. Suzuki will be held at third. It is a double for Pete Crow Armstrong. It was not hit hard at all. That is just his 3rd extra base hit in the month of August. They've all been doubles. He is starting to heat up a little bit for the Cubs. It's his 6th hit of this homestand. It was hit 62 miles an hour off the bat. Just a little pop-up, but into no man's land in fair territory down that left field line. So now Patrick will see the infield come in and try again to pitch out of a jam here. Willie Castro is the batter. Castro reached on that very consequential error back in the first. First pitch to him is a fly ball to right. This hit well. Frelick's back at the track, looking up, and it is gone. A 3-run home run for Willie Castro, and the Cubs have grabbed control of this game. It is 5-0 Chicago. Pete Crow Armstrong's double was not hit hard. That one was. 1-0-2 and had plenty to get out of here to right. for Castro, his 11th home run of the season. And it snaps a 1 for 25 at the plate for Willie Castro. The trade deadline acquisition from Minnesota is a sinker down and in. Very similar pitch to the one that Casey drove in the 2 runs on back in the first inning. And here's the swing and a miss to Casey, and it's 0-1. Very similar down and in sinker. Castro went down and golfed it out of here. 0-1. This is hit in the air to left. Collins chasing, and he's going to get there in time to make the catch as it hung up there just enough for the second out. 2 down now for Dansby Swanson. Swanson popped up to in the first. 0 for 1 today. 2 for 12 on this homestand for Swanson. He didn't play yesterday. So the Brewers have not seen the up the middle combo yet of Swanson and Horner in this series. First pitch is outside, 1-0. One would presume you'll see that tonight in the nightcap of this series. Jameson Taillon's going to take the ball for the Cubs. Brewers will hand the ball to Brandon Woodruff. 1-0. That is fouled back and out of play, and it's 1-1. College students ring in the new semester at the Brewers College Night on Thursday, September 18th, presented by Northwestern Mutual. And stick around after the game for a free concert by DJ Diesel. 1-1. This is a fly ball into right, and it is playable for Frelick. In a few steps, underneath of it makes the catch, and the inning is over. DJ Diesel is also known as Shaq. Get your tickets at brewers.com/theme nights. Well,
here we go. This is a classic road jersey for Boston. This is the first uniform I put on when I came with Boston. When you see those 2 socks together, that's one thing I know I had to do. I had to make sure I had my red socks high, okay? My 2 red socks, because, you know, there's 2 here.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Yeah, the Brewers trail it 5-0 as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Christian Yelich to lead off against Matthew Boyd. Boyd at 56 pitches so far this afternoon. Brings home the first pitch, and a big breaking ball drops in there for strike 1. It's 0-1 on Yelich. Yelich a strikeout victim back in the 2nd inning. Boyd's 0-1 pitch, and that caught the inside edge of the fastball at 92. Quickly 0-2 on Yelich. Well, can the Brewers start chipping away? Can they be the woodpeckers that their manager has dubbed them to be at this 5-0 deficit? 0-2 is low with a slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes. They can be a tough team to put away in any game, and can they get a few runs back here and there and climb back into this one? Here's a fly ball to right. It's hit pretty well. Casey back at the track. It is gone. Yelich with number 26 on the year out to right, and the Brewers on the board. Well, that's one way to peck away. A solo blast for Yelich, 387 feet, and it is 5-1. Yelich's 3rd home run of this road trip. He got a curveball. It was about belt high, and he got all of it. And that'll bring Andrew Vaughn to the plate. So I guess ask for it, and you'll receive it. First pitch to Vaughn. He is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. $100 to Hunger Task Force Milwaukee, courtesy of Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, making a difference to fight hunger in our community. There is a difference. The 0-1 to Vaughn. And this is a fly ball to right. Casey back onto the warning track with room to make the catch about 2 steps in front of the wall in right. Vaughn gave it a ride. Ballpark held it, and there's one away for Collins.
Remember, that's how it all started against the Mets. A solo homer from William Contreras, down 5-0. Pecked away.
That took a big chunk out of the tree with that peck. On that swing from Christian Yelich. Here's Collins, and Collins takes a curveball for a strike. It's 0-1. Carbl is a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Premium ready-to-drink cocktails, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. Find it at the ballpark or at your local grocery store. Carbless lists more. Collins flinches at a fastball that missed inside. It's 1-1. Boyd's 1-1 pitch is a fly ball into center. Racing in is Pete Crow Armstrong and drifts into right center before making the catch. There's 2 down. That'll bring Terang to the plate. Grounded out to first back in the 2nd inning. The Brewers able to get 1 back here on the solo shot from Christian Yelich. How about Yelich starting to inch closer and closer to a 30 home run season? 26 now on the year for Yelich, 87 driven in. First pitch to Terang is down and away with a slider. He's able to check, and it's 1-0. One-0 pitch, and that missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Didn't miss by a lot. Boyd trying to creep that sinker back in over the outside part of the plate, just missed. 2-0. His ground ball sharply hit at second base. Castro fields it on a couple of hops and slings it over to first to take care of Terang. Brewers get on the board. Solo home run from Yelich. It is 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th on the Brewers radio.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time. Is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Five years at PellaWI.com.
It is 5-1 Cubs as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Wrigley. Patrick back out there. 53 pitches so far on the day for Chad, and Reese McGuire leads off against him. First pitch to McGuire's a changeup that catches the outside corner. It's 0-1. Brewers on the board after the solo home run from Christian Yelich. His 26th of the season. 0-1 is fouled back to the net on a cut fastball. It's 0-2. Brewers winning game 1 yesterday, and then the Storms started to roll through. They postponed the game around 6:20-ish last night. I think they knew for a while probably wasn't going to happen. 0-2 is a ground ball to first. A couple of hops out to Vaughn. He'll feed Patrick covering and retire McGuire. One away for Matt Shaw. Been a lot of action over there on that right side of the infield for Andrew Vaughn here over the course of the afternoon. Shaw reached on an infield single back in the 2nd inning. He was then promptly caught stealing. First pitch to Shaw. That's a strike on the outside edge with a cut fastball. 0-1. Shaw's been one of the lone bright spots for this offense since the All-Star break. Hitting over 300 since the break. Pitch missed out, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. I told you in the pregame show, the Cubs averaging just 2.75 runs per game in the month of August. This was a team averaging nearly 6 runs per game at the end of July through the season. This is a fly ball right field. Tracking it is Frelick into the corner, and it'll just bounce on top of the wall in foul territory and out of play. And it's 1-2. Sal ran out of room. But it has been a different offense in August. But today, the Cubs with 5 runs, 2 of which unearned. A little bit more resembling the type of offense they had for the first 3 months or so of the season. Nearly 4 months, actually, for the Cubs. And it's taking a little bit of time to come back and collect his lumber is Matt Shaw to continue the AB. There's a 24 pitches with the cutter so far for Patrick. I feel like that has ticked up a lot over the last couple of innings. Didn't throw it maybe quite as much in that first inning. Here's a liner foul up the third base line. Stays at 1-2. That's always been the bread and butter pitch for Chad Patrick. One and two on Shaw. The pitch and a foul back and out of play, and it stays at 1-2. Shaw putting together a nice at bat here, fouling off some pitches and staying alive. Top of the order looms Michael Busch in the on deck circle. There's one out, nobody on here. One-two pitch. Bounced that one in the dirt. Slider just has not been there for him over the course of this afternoon, and that has been a part of the issue for Chad. Two-two pitch and a swing and a miss. Got him with a slider down in the dirt. Shaw chased it. Ortho ASAP strikeout. That's his second one of the afternoon. And there's 2 down for Michael Busch. Well, retired veterans can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and health plan experience you want with Network Health. Learn more at networkhealth.com/veterans. First offering to Busch, and he checks on a cutter that missed high. It's 1-0. Busch is 0 for 2. He's flied to center. He's grounded out to first. Patrick out of the windup, the 1-0 pitch. That is lined into the Brewers dugout and then bounces into the camera well. Everybody's all right down there. 1-1 is the count. 24 pitch first inning for Patrick. He's been efficient since then. One hopper to first, fielded by Vaughn. He's going to run to the bag himself, retire Busch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning in the fourth for Chad Patrick. We go to the fifth inning. It is 5-1 Cubs on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family.
There's so much history right here, and when I put it on and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run, and I become a fan for life.
We head to the 5th inning, and stepping back in with the play-by-play, here's Jeff Levering.
Thank you so much, Lane. 4-run deficit as Brandon Lockridge worked a 10-pitch walk back in the second. Pitch from Boyd is curveball for a strike right at the knees, and it's 0-1. Pitch to Lockridge, fly ball, right center, headed towards the gap. Casey back, it's over his head and into the ivy. It'll be an extra base hit for Lockridge. Leadoff double starts the 5th inning for the Brewers. Leadoff man on for his second time in as many innings against Boyd. $75 to the MAC Fund thanks to West Bend, the silver lining on that double. Hit it just above the 368 marker on the wall in right center. And Joey Ortiz has an RBI opportunity. Boyd now at 70 pitches as he works in the top of the 5th. Ortiz popped up with the bases loaded in the second inning. Pitch home. Ortiz waves and misses at a curveball, and it's 0-1. The Brewers drew 3 walks in the second inning against Boyd. And it took the pop-up from Ortiz to get Boyd out of the inning, but he threw 32 pitches in that frame. Ortiz out to right. Casey backing up on it. He will make the catch short of the warning track. Tagging is Lockridge, and he'll end up at third. A productive at-bat for Joey Ortiz. Try and cash in this run from third base and make it a 3-run ball game. Quick vibe check. A cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. That's a big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. Well, a couple innings ago, Lane brought in some Rally Uncrustables. I ate mine, and we ended up getting a run out of it. Christian Yelich hit a homer. Leadoff double by Lockridge to start this 5th, and Sal Frelick hits. Middle infielders are back. Pitch from Boyd. And a line drive into right center. That's going to get down. Crow Armstrong knocks it down. He throws into second base. It's an RBI single. It's a 5-2 game. Pecking away. Brewers are down by 3.
All right, I'm going to turn my mic off and eat mine and see if we can supercharge this thing.
There you go. I like where your head's at. See? The original Uncrustable. Good for a homer by Yelich. Now you've got the middle of the order against Boyd. Yesterday, the Uncrustables were frozen. That was a nice touch. Pitch to Durbin, a pop-up first base side, and the wind is going to push it behind the Brewers' dugout, first base side. The Uncrustables were not restocked overnight. So the Uncrustables that were delivered were cold, but not frozen. But they are delightful. Lane is eating with much joy at the moment. 0-1 the count on Durbin. Frelick leads from first base. Decent lead. Boyd holding, and he's going to throw to first base. And back standing is Sal. On the count, Durbin waits, and a fly ball to center. Crow Armstrong is coming in. He'll make the catch. That's the second out. William Contreras 0 for 2 today.
Took me one at bat to eat my Uncrustable.
Do you need to wash it down with something? Yeah. Just turn your mic off. We'll turn your mic off so you can take a sip. Contreras waiting on Boyd. First pitch to him is a strike. Inside corner. Boyd has not had to throw many pitches. The Brewers have been awfully aggressive in this 5th inning. Double by Lockridge early in the at-bat. Frelick with a first pitch RBI single. And a toss to first again, and back is Sal. Lockridge scored on the base hit by Frelick. It's a 5-2 game. Get a big hit from William Contreras. You're right back in it. The 0-1. Lined into left, a base hit. Here come the Brewers as Christian Yelich is coming up with 2 on and 2 out. He homered his last time up. His 26th home run of the season. Contreras with a single through the left side. And Reese McGuire is going to go out and chat with his starter, Matthew Boyd. Tommy Hotovy is out for another visit to the mound. Gives us an opportunity as the rest of the infield will come in and join that conversation with Boyd. Nobody loosening, it would appear, in that Cubs bullpen. Although the left field bleachers. Well, you can put a stamp on summer and join the Brewers on Labor Day, September the 1st, for Dollar Hot Dog Day. Watch the crew battle the Phillies to cap off the long weekend and enjoy Dollar Dogs all game long. Get your seats, brewers.com/tickets. No better way to spend your Labor Day than at the ballpark and take advantage of Dollar Hot Dogs. And not just for a few innings, too. That's all day. Here's Yelich, homered off the base of the scoreboard in right field his last time. It came on a curveball. See what he can do against Boyd. 2 on, 2 out. Boyd pitches. It's up and in, ball 1. Great opportunity for the Brewers. So far, with runners in scoring position today, they are 1 for 4. The hit came in this inning by Sal. He's at second base. 1-0 pitch. Lined foul, third base side, up and over the dugout of the Cubs. Got another fastball down the middle at 93. Yelich a hair late. Trying to push a couple of runs across. Yelich at the plate. Vaughn on deck. 2 outs, 2 on for the Brewers, trailing 5-2. Boyd again sets and deals. Swing and a miss. For a fastball down and in, and Yelich swung over the top. So 1-2, 2 away. Yelich struck out on his first at-bat. That came on a breaking ball. Crowd getting into it at Wrigley. 1-2. Boyd sets again. His pitch. Swing and a bouncer foul, first base side, and headed towards the camera well. That was a slider that time. Down and in on Yelich. Brewers fans trying to encourage Christian Yelich. Cubs fans booing at the Brewers fans. Back and forth they go. Can they peck away more as Boyd steps off the back of the rubber? Best throwing arm is in center, Pete Crow Armstrong. Happ decent in left. 1-2, Boyd again. Kicks and throws. Ground ball to short. Swanson going to throw across. He'll get Yelich by a step and a half. And the side is retired. The Brewers get a run on 3 hits and strand a pair. We're halfway home. It's the Cubs 5 and the Brewers.
This is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements. Wow! And I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
I would imagine not. As he slid behind Neto, took out his legs, but Neto held onto the ball.
Check out what our cameras caught. That's right. Smacking himself in the face. He really likes to pump himself up and make himself angry.
Oh, he used the hat. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, take a bow. All right, absolutely.
Well, this is a World Series card. Everybody said, you know, what's it going to be to pitch against Sandy Koufax, who's a dominant pitcher? I said, I hope I don't embarrass myself. And I didn't. You know, pitched my first shutout ever. We won 6-0, and my parents were there. My mom was afraid of heights, so she was in the upper deck. She had to come down and trade seats with somebody so she could actually watch her 20-year-old son pitch a shutout in the World Series.
the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Chad Patrick back to work. Offense got a run for him, but it's still a 3-run deficit. The 3-run homer by Willie Castro, the difference right now. It's the middle of the order. Happ, Suzuki, and Armstrong. This is the part of the order that Patrick has struggled with. Happ has doubled and struck out today. Leads things off in the bottom half of inning number 5. First one from Patrick is outside for ball 1. Patrick at 67 pitches now. Delivery to Happ, skips in the dirt. There's that slider again. He's thrown that slider 8 times. He's only thrown it for a strike 3 times. One of them to get Matt Shaw to strike out. The second out of the 4th inning. 2-0 the count on Ian Happ. Hits from the left side of the plate. Patrick trying to get back in the at-bat, and Happ takes a strike. He did through a changeup at the top of the zone. Hadn't thrown many of those today. 2-1 on Happ. Suzuki to follow, and then Crow Armstrong in the bottom of the 5th. Not a big crowd today at Wrigley as Happ fouls it away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, just supposed to be 1 game today. The 7:05 start time. Instead, because of last night's postponement of the nightcap of the Twin Bill, playing 2 today. And should be able to do so. 2-2 to Happ. Foul back just to our left and onto the rooftop. Let's see if that one trickles back down into the general population. Nope. Staying up there. 2-2 pitch to Happ. Struck him out. Threw a slider, and that was a good one. 3rd strikeout for Chad Patrick. Another ortho ASAP strikeout. Seiya Suzuki has walked twice, scored twice. Wind blowing from left to right now as Suzuki waits on Patrick's first pitch, and it is high with the slider. 1 ball, no strikes. August and September mean crunch time for pennant races. It also means that you've got 2 months to get great grilling in before the summer fades and it becomes fall. Suzuki takes a strike. Cut fastball outside corner. So don't miss a great day of grilling with Usingers. You'll enjoy every single bite. Usingers in baseball, it's just not summer without them. 1-1 to Suzuki. Check swing and a ball down and away. 2-1. Pitch number 75 in the game for Chad Patrick. It's allowed 4 hits, 3 extra base hits. The pitch. Ground ball, foul, 3rd base side. Just past Quentin Berry, the former Brewers first base coach. Joined Craig Counsell's staff as the 3rd base coach in the offseason. Shelby Miller beginning to play catch in the Brewers bullpen below the right field bleachers. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Slider at the top of the zone. Back-to-back Ks for Chad Patrick, and both of them coming on the slider. Crow Armstrong with a bloop double back in the 3rd inning. Just his 3rd extra base hit of the month of August. They've all been doubles. Was hitting 158 in the month. He's 1 for 2 today. Reached on the fielder's choice in the 1st inning and scored on the base hit by Owen Casey. Pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes. Remember, the Cubs got 2 runs in the 1st inning following an error by Andrew Vaughn. That throw to Chad Patrick covering the first base bag, and it led directly to 2 runs scoring. 1-0 pitch and a swing and a miss by Crow Armstrong. Ball and a strike. Owen Casey delivered the 2-run single, and then in the 3rd inning, following a walk to Suzuki, the bloop double by Crow Armstrong, Willie Castro hit one into the bleachers and right. Pitch to Crow Armstrong, popped up again, 3rd base side. That'll be in the seats foul. No bloop double this time for Crow Armstrong, at least not yet. Got a real good chance at a 30-30 season. 27 home runs, 30 driven in. Got to 2020 against the Brewers. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball right back to Patrick. He snares it, runs halfway to first, and they get Crow Armstrong to end the inning. Cubs go in order in the 5th. Some momentum in the Brewers dugout as we go to the 6th. 5-2 Milwaukee, I should say Chicago. 5-2 Cubs on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
Back to work in the 6th inning, 82 pitches deep into his outing. Andrew Vaughn will lead it off. Collins to follow, and then Bryce Terang. Brewers trailing it by a score of 5-2. Went to break saying Brewers lead it. I'm so used to them leading recently. They've won 15 of their last 16 games. Pitch to Vaughn, a big curveball that misses low, ball 1. 6th inning is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Our contestant today, Don Fitzgibbons from Richland Center. 1-0 pitch is a ball off the outside corner. 2 balls, no strikes. Don would win a gift card jackpot of $300. If a member of the Brewers hits a home run in the inning, $100 will be added to the total for each additional home run this frame. Vaughn peppers one into the gap in left center field. That is going to be off the ivy and stick in the ivy for a ground rule double. Vaughn's going to keep on running just in case that ball pops out of the ivy, but it'll stay in there. And Vaughn stays at second base. He hit that ball so hard that the ivy just swallowed it up and said, no, I'm not going to spit you out. I'm going to be there until that ivy goes dormant.
I was just going to say that this feels like a big inning for the Brewers right here. Trailing 5-2. This is the end of the day for Boyd. He has been pretty vulnerable the last couple of innings. Chance to put together another rally right here.
Isaac Collins fouls the first pitch away. Had a good one to hit, a fastball thigh high. And it's 0-1. Collins has walked and flied to center.
Vaughn has had some good at-bats today, hasn't he?
Hit the ball hard his last time up in the 4th. Flied out to the wall. Now he's doubled into the gap against Boyd, who he's seen a bunch. Leadoff man on for the 3rd straight inning. Pitch to Collins. Swing and a miss. Threw that slider on the back foot. Collins swung over it. It's 0-2. Still don't see anybody loosening in that Cubs bullpen. Again, you can't see behind the fencing, but they usually put a sign out there on the video board saying someone's getting loose. No one yet, at least that we can tell. And just as I say that, it pops up. 0-2 on Collins. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Collins fails to move Vaughn around. He strikes out. That's just the 3rd strikeout for Matthew Boyd, as Brad Keller is the man playing catch. Bryce Terang at the plate. He's bounced to the right side twice. Once to first, once to second. A rare strikeout of Isaac Collins. Pitch to Terang. Skips in the dirt. McGuire picks it clean. 1 ball, no strikes.
It's been 3 straight innings with an extra base hit to lead off the inning against Boyd. The home run from Yelich. Obviously, Lockridge came around and scored. Brewers, if they want to have a comeback today, pretty important to get Vaughn around at least.
Down by 3 at the moment. Still trying to chip away against Boyd, who has not lost at Wrigley Field this year. 9-0. Pitch to Terang. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Vaughn sent around third. Crow Armstrong's throw goes to second. There's a huge hit for Terang, and it's 5-3. See if that's going to end the day for Boyd as Lockridge is coming up. Greg Counsell on the top step of the dugout, checking with his pitching coach, Tommy Hotovy, to see what he wants to do. Brad Keller is loosening in that pen. Lockridge has had 2 outstanding at-bats against the starter Matthew Boyd. A 10-pitch walk, and then he doubled into the gap in right center his last time. We got Terang and all that speed over at first, and Reese McGuire is going to go out and kill some time before Craig Counsell takes his walk out of the dugout, and he's going to go take the ball from Boyd. So the Brewers knock Boyd out of this ball game in the 6th inning. 5 1/3 for Boyd. U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen has been made. U.S. Cellular, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, reminds you that when the game is on, turn your notifications off with US mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Boyd's day is done. 3 runs allowed. He is responsible for Terang over at first base. Brad Keller's coming in, a right-hander for the Cubs to face Lockridge when we come back. 5-3 Chicago.
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam against Seattle, which was the team that I had played for the year before. As we know, Cleveland can get a little cold, so I would wear the dark blue long sleeves. And for some reason, this jersey, I always liked my jersey a little longer. The reasons for it, for a little padding, so when I would slide, I wouldn't get all patched up and roughed up.
.com.
Brad Keller, the new pitcher for the Chicago Cubs. And the Brewers will send up a pinch hitter, Blake Perkins, for Brandon Lockridge. So you get the left-handed bat of Perkins in there against Keller. And we'll see what Perkins can do. You got Terang over there at first base. Keller having a fine season in Chicago. 248 earned run average in 51 appearances. Perkins waits. First one from Keller. It is a strike right at the knees. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Outstanding speed at first base, and Bryce Terang. See if they try and put him in motion at some point. Keller slow to the plate. And the pitch. Perkins takes it inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball at 96. Terang with 21 stolen bases to lead the team. He's been caught 8 times. Pitch to Perkins. Low. Barely. 2 balls and a strike. Joey Ortiz on deck. Perkins pinch hitting for Lockridge. Keller's 2-1 is a strike. That one did catch the bottom of the zone. And the Brewers dugout starting to get a bit frustrated with Jordan Baker. The previous one was low. And that last one caught the bottom of the zone. 2-2 on Perkins. Going away, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That was below the zone, but too close to take for Perkins. So Keller strikes out Perkins. And here comes Joey Ortiz. Ortiz is 0 for 2. He has popped up and flied to right. 5-3 game. Top half of inning number 6. Now we'll see if Turang tries to take off with 2 outs. The pitch to Joey misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes on Ortiz. Brewers are 1 swing away from making this a ball game again. As it stands, it's just a 2-run game with a lot of contest left. And you're already into the bullpen of Chicago. 1-0 to Ortiz. Low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Only a station break. We'll get it to you in just a moment. Straight away in the outfield for Ortiz. Feels like a really good time for him to punch one down the right field line. Really good at that. He's got count leverage at 2-0. Here's the pitch. And it's down and away. 3 balls, no strikes. 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. .30 pitch is inside on Joey Ortiz, and the tying run is on for Sal Frelick. An ortho ASAP walk from Brad Keller advances Turang into scoring position. Ortiz draws the walk, and now it's Frelick. He had an RBI single back in the 5th inning. 1 out of 3, and the Brewers need a big 2-out hit from Sal Frelick. In the series, Frelick 3 out of 6. Keller's first offering is a strike. Upper portion of the strike zone with a changeup. 2 outs and 2 on for the Brewers. They have threatened in a number of innings. For the 6 innings, they've had multiple base runners. The pitch to Frelick. Fly ball, left field line. Long run for Happ, and it is a foul ball. Oh, there is not a lot of space down that left field line as Happ played it as if it was in play, and the Brewers may challenge this play. The third base umpire came in and said it was a foul ball. There is not a lot of space down that left field line, and Happ was playing it as if it was a fair ball, and they will not challenge it. Again, the way that Happ was playing it, it was almost as if he believed that that ball was fair. And either the Brewers do not have a good angle of it. It's really tough to tell down that left field line whether or not it bounced in fair territory. We are getting our first look at it right now. Oh, man, that is centimeters away from potentially being a double by the Brewers. Oh, just foul. Just foul. Maybe by, if it's chalked rather than painted, you might have a double. Instead, it's 0-2 on Frelick, and we'll do it again. Keller's pitch. And a hit foul into the third deck. 98-mile-an-hour fastball at the top of the zone for Sal. Man, that was close down the left field line. Still 0-2, still battling Sal Frelick. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Boyd started the inning. He's responsible for Turang standing at second base. Ortiz, who just walked against Keller, he's at first. 1-2 pitch. Keller into the stretch. Delivery. Lined into right field. That's going to be down a base hit. Turang around third. Here comes a throw from Casey all the way through. It's late. Frelick takes second on the throw. It's a 1-run game. Never count out the Brew Crew. They keep pecking away. Another RBI single by Frelick. He's 2 for 4 with a couple of runs batted in, and now it's Durbin. Owen Casey, pretty good throw from right field all the way through on the fly, but it was too late. And Tommy Hotovy is coming out to chat with Brad Keller as the bullpen is leaking some oil. What a big hit by Sal Frelick. He just missed a potential game-tying double by a matter of centimeters, and then comes back 2 pitches later and lines one into right field for a hit.
And you can just never let your guard down when you're playing the Brewers, man. You can be up 8-0, 9-0. Nothing should ever feel comfortable. This team keeps coming at you. They are relentless.
Well, Durbin hits with 2 outs and 2 men in scoring position, and the Brewers fans are making their presence felt again on the north side of Chicago. Good speed on the bases. Durbin is 0 for 3 today's flight out to each outfield position. First one from Keller is low, ball 1. Doesn't take a base hit to score the runner from third, remember. Keller can get a wily hair from time to time and throw into the backstop. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's tapped foul by Durbin. 98 on the inner part of the plate. Durbin 2 for 5 yesterday, a homer and a double. And drove in a couple of runs. He's the 7th man to hit in the inning. Tying run at third. It's 5-4. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. 97 at the bottom of the zone. And Durbin down in the count 1-2. Trying to battle. Keller getting his sign from McGuire. Tying run at third. Go ahead run standing at second in the 6th, and Keller steps off. Contreras in the heart of the order waiting next. 1-2 on Durbin. Keller's pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a breaking ball. And the Brewers are finished, but they score 2 runs in the top of the 6th inning and make it a 1-run game. It's 5-4 as we go.
You're having a career season thus far, Libra, but you also need to get some much-deserved rest. Taking an occasional day to recharge will help you stay focused on the stretch run. You'll toe the rubber stronger than ever and ready to shove.
Play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
For every stage of life. Visit IKEA.com/US.
1-run game. Shelby Miller coming into this ball game. 5-4 Cubs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Chad Patrick with 5 innings of work. Gave up the 5 runs. Only 3 were earned. Struck out 4, walked 2, allowed 5 hits in a game that belongs to the bullpens for both teams. So Miller, the first man out. Blake Perkins is now in center field for the Brewers. For Lockridge, Shelby Miller working on Castro, and a swing and a miss in first pitch. Fastball at 95, and it's 0-1.
Chad retired the last 8 after that home run that he faced, so he finished strong.
And Castro's the one with the 3-run homer. That's the difference in the game, and he hits it foul to make it 0-2. That was the split finger pitch from Shelby Miller. Final line for Boyd, 5 1/3, 4 runs on 6 hits. So the Brewers in 2 starts against Boyd have clipped him for 9 runs in 10 1/3 innings. 0-2 on Willie Castro. Miller delivers. And slightly high, maybe a seam above the belt. So 1-2 on Castro. Owen Casey is next, and then Dansby Swanson. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Fastball at 96, and Shelby Miller K's Castro. Ortho ASAP strikeout for Miller. Owen Casey is the hitter. Brewers were tempted to use a replay challenge on Sal Frelick's fly ball down the left field line. Opted not to. He delivered an RBI single anyway. But if you need to take another look outside your windows, feel free to. As a swing and a miss by Casey on the splitter. And you can always upgrade with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Built for long-lasting comfort and reliability. Right now, score 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com. 0-1 to Casey is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Shelby Miller trying to keep the Cubs right where they are. They haven't scored since the 3rd inning. Pitch to Casey. Fly ball left center. Back Collins, and Casey goes deep into the front row of the bleachers. His first big league home run. He goes the opposite way into the wind. That's a big run for Chicago. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4. Solo homer for Owen Casey. He's driven in 3 runs. Fastball in the outer part of the plate, but it was up. And Casey went right with it. Here's Dansby Swanson. Swanson's popped up and flied to right. Swanson fouls it off his front foot. Ouch. These two were once traded for each other. Dansby Swanson and Shelby Miller from Atlanta to Arizona and vice versa.
They were the 2 big names in that trade.
Number 1 overall pick in Dansby Swanson. Spent 1 year in the Diamondbacks organization before being traded to Atlanta. And Shelby Miller went from Atlanta to Arizona. That's where all the injury issues began for Shelby. Well, Miller gives up the homer. He's allowed homers in 2 of his last 3 appearances. Swanson swings and misses at a sweeper.
I believe Ender Inciarte was in that deal too, Jeff.
He's your guy. You love Ender Inciarte. One of our more famous calls on the radio broadcast from Lane's early years. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second K for Shelby Miller. He gets Dansby Swanson. Reese McGuire has bounced to first base twice. That was in our open billboard for a year, 2 years.
Braun,
every time we work together.
Braun to center down in Atlanta. Back goes Inciarte, and that ball is gone. I still know it.
He held the Inciarte for a while, though.
Trying to decide if it had enough.
Held the note. Ender Inciarte, infamous. 1-0 pitch on Reese McGuire. It's low. 2 balls, no strikes.
We would look at each other during the open for, again, 2 years, and we would act like an airplane taking off to each other as the call was being played.
Whoosh. As if it were parachuting out to center. McGuire swings and misses. It's 2-1. Well, Shelby Miller trying to get rid of this 6th inning with just the 1 run coming across. 9 straight were retired by a combination of Patrick and the first batter in this inning, Shelby Miller, before Owen Casey hit the homer. 2-1 the count on Reese McGuire. And he pops it foul. 2-2. Super 2's on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs to position number 2. Reese McGuire. Left-handed batter waiting on Miller's pitch. And a miss down and away with a splitter. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Brewers will have the middle of the order scheduled. Contreras, Yelich, and Vaughn. Caleb Thielbar, the left-hander. is playing catch in the Cubs bullpen. That could be for Yelich. 3-2. McGuire swings and misses at a splitter. And Shelby Miller ends up with 3 strikeouts in the inning. Casey hits his first big league homer. We go to the 7th. It's 6-4 Chicago on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Get the long-lasting power.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Well, this is a World Series card. Everybody said, you know, what's it going to be to pitch against Sandy Koufax, who's a dominant pitcher. I said, I hope I don't embarrass myself. And I didn't. You know, pitched my first shutout ever. We won 6-0, and my parents were there. My mom was afraid of heights, so she was in the upper deck. She had to come down and trade seats with somebody so that she could actually watch her 20-year-old son pitch a shutout in the World Series.
Seventh inning, middle of the order coming up. Keller's still out there. It's a 2-run lead for the Cubs with the play-by-play. Here's Lane.
All right, thank you, Jeff. William Contreras lead things off for the crew. Contreras, Yelich, and Vaughn. This trio's been good over the course of this game here today. First offering to Contreras from Keller is in there for a strike on a fastball at 96 on the inner part of the plate. 0-1 on William. Base hitting his last at bat back in the 5th. Swing and a miss over the top of a sinking fastball. And it's 0-2. Thielbar is getting loose in the Cubs bullpen. Tobias Myers just started getting loose in the Brewers pen. That missed down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So one would surmise perhaps, especially if Contreras would reach, that Thielbar would come in to face Yelich. 1-2. That missed outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's the great thing about having Andrew Vaughn hit behind Yelich, though. 2-2 pitch. And that missed low with a fastball. It goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Contreras. You don't need me to tell you what a leadoff walk would do for the crew here in the 7th. They have been coming at the Cubs the last couple of innings, and they get the leadoff walk. A check swing on a sinker that ran way in, and it's a leadoff walk to Contreras. Craig Counsell pops up out of the dugout. That's going to be it for Brad Keller. Thielbar, the lefty, will come in to face Yelich. It is a U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen, the proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. They remind you that when the game is on, turn your notifications off with US Mode. U.S. Cellular.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. You know, we think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
too stylish to have superstitions.
Zero. I can't do it. Too many colored cleats, too many gloves, too many wedding gloves, too many bats.
I do put on my right glove first, then the left, then the thumb guard, then I put on my leg guard, my elbow guard.
Anything you put on first?
Nah, not really.
Nothing?
Nah. I like to say I'm not superstitious, but a little stitious.
From Hyundai West Dallas, a member of the International Autos Group. Visit HyundaiWestDallas.com today. Financing with approved credit. $1,667 for every $1,000 finance with $0 down. Offers cannot be combined. Ends 9/2/2025.
Left-hander Caleb Thielbar takes over on the mound for the Cubs. A 2.23 ERA on the year. He has been very tough on lefties this season. A 116 average for lefties against Thielbar. He's allowed just 8 hits all season long. Yelich has seen him a couple of times. He's officially 0 for 1. He also has a sac fly against him. Runner at first, nobody out. First pitch from Thielbar is a strike at the knees with a fastball at 92, and it's 0-1. It is 6-4 Cubs here in the top of the 7th inning. A 1. A swing and a miss. Fastball at 94 on the outside edge. Yelich went after it, and it's 0-2. Yelich has homered, and it was off a lefty. Boyd back in the 4th. He is 1 for 3 today. The pitch, and that just missed outside. Didn't miss by a lot. Fastball at 95. Yelich, man, does he know the strike zone sometimes. That is a tough pitch to take on 0-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Contreras with his lead from first, and Thielbar will throw over that way. And Contreras diving back in head first. Yeah, my voice quivered for a second because a pigeon was just flying right in front of us. Sorry about that. 1-2 on Yelich. And the pitch. That missed outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Heights and birds. Aaron Ashby has joined Myers in the Brewers bullpen. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Yelich, and a called third strike. Ooh, might have been low. That has not been a strike today for Jordan Baker. And Pat Murphy is letting Jordan Baker hear it right now. Slider, very close pitch. But for the most part, that has been a ball today. Yelich strikes out looking. And there is 1 away for Andrew Vaughn. Now this is, again, as we said, the benefit of having Vaughn hitting behind Yelich. Down and away with a fastball. It's 1-0. The way Vaughn is swinging the bat and seeing lefties. You can bring in the lefty to face Yelich, but in this situation, now he's got to get through Andrew Vaughn. Caught the outside edge. Fastball at 95. And it's 1-1 on Andrew. 287 against lefties this year with 3 home runs. Those are his total numbers, including his time with the White Sox. And now he'll use his time out here with a 1 ball, 1 strike count against him. 1 out. Collins in the on-deck circle. Contreras worked the leadoff walk here in the 7th. Thielbar looking in. Here's the 1-1. Down and in with a curveball. And it's 2-1. Vaughn has a double today. He's hit it hard each time he's put the ball in play. Also has walked in this game so far. Thielbar's 2-1. And a breaking ball, a good one in there for a strike. That was a nasty curveball. And it's even now at 2-2. 1 for 3 with a double in his career against Thielbar. Here's the pitch. And a fly ball out to right. Casey tracking it. And Casey will run out of room. It ends up in foul territory and out of play down that right field line. And Vaughn stays alive. Fans, to celebrate 12 in a row, George Webb's free burger giveaway is going to come tomorrow from 2 to 6 p.m. at all 23 George Webb locations throughout Wisconsin. Hungry fans, welcome to stop by any location for a free juicy burger and some camaraderie with fellow baseball fans. 2-2, the count remains on Vaughn. Thielbar sets up on the third base side of the rubber as he looks in. And the pitch. And Vaughn laid off a curveball down in the dirt. Count is full, 3-2. There is just one out in the inning. Brewers have just been coming right at the Cubs from the fourth inning on here. 3-2 pitch, swing and a foul, and McGuire couldn't squeeze it. Just got a piece of it, and Vaughn stays alive. Brewers have scored in each of the last 3 innings. They currently trail 6-4. They've out-hit the Cubs 7-6 in this game. 3-2 pitch. And a ground ball sharply hit to short. Swanson has it to second for one. Castro on to first. And the inning is over. A 6-4-3 double play. The leadoff walk doesn't produce anything for the Crew. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 6-4 Cubs on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American Family Insurance.
It's Quick Trips already.
Seventh inning, Tobias Myers takes over on the mound for the Crew. 7th inning stretch sponsored by Island Resort Golf.com. The Island is your premier resort destination, the largest north of Milwaukee, and the place to be this summer. Book your trip today at islandresortandcasino.com. Still can say summer, but not for much longer.
It's dwindling.
Pretty soon it's going to snow. And
don't talk about that.
Get dark at 4:45.
Don't do that.
Here's Matt Shaw to lead things off in the 7th inning. Myers' first pitch is a fly ball left center field. This is hit well. Back is Collins and Perkins. And Perkins reaches up, and he made the catch in left center right in front of the ivy. How the basket didn't grab that ball, I'll never know. But Perkins stuck with it and made a tremendous catch in left center for the first out of the inning. Reaching over Isaac Collins in the process, too. That is a great catch by Blake Perkins. Goodness. Brewers defense once again. One away for Michael Busch. First pitch, and Busch, a one-hopper past the glove of Durbin and into left field. Hit very hard. And a one-hopper right at Durbin. Durbin would tell you he should have made the play, but it's not an easy one. And it'll be, one would think, a base hit for Michael Busch into left. It is. Those are such tough plays. That's the play where you hear the term hot corner. You got one chance to make the play. So one out base runner here. And here's Ian Happ. First pitch. Checks on a cutter at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. It's one of those plays by Blake Perkins out in left center to start up this inning. The 0-1 is down and away with a splitter. 1 ball and 1 strike. You're very grateful it's not poison ivy because every part of him is up in the ivy at the end of that play. One ball and 1 strike. The pitch popped up. This one into shallow center. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, drifting out there. He'll make the catch. And there's 2 away. And that'll get Seiya Suzuki to the plate for Chicago. No judgment, just support. 988 Wisconsin Lifeline is free and confidential with trained counselors available 24/7. Call or text 988 or chat online at 988wisconsin.org. Myers looking into Suzuki. And the pitch. Strike at the belt, and it's 0-1. It is 6-4 Cubs. Both teams with 7 hits in this game. Myers looks over his shoulder. And the 0-1. That missed outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Myers pitched well on Sunday against the Reds. He's really looked good in this relief role the Brewers have used him in the second half of the season. 1-1 pitch. Chopper behind the bag at third. Played on a big hop by Durbin. Goes to second and gets the out, and the inning is over. So we go to the 8th inning. It is 6-4 Cubs on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
In baseball, players spend time in the minors before making it. That's not the case with union construction trades like the operating engineers. As a union apprentice, you earn good money while you learn a trade. And graduates from union apprenticeship programs earn 41% more than their non-union counterparts. They even earn more than a typical worker with a master's degree. So if you are ready to earn big league bucks, go to join139.com to learn more.
Brewers fans, with Us Mode from US Cellular.
If you want a Cy Young, 73, 5, and 6, I've got an extra 5. And then it says, has worked as a TV commentator. You know, and I did start back in 1978. I did the Yankees and the Red Sox playing the 1-game playoff. And ABC said if the Yankees win, Reggie will play, and then you'll go broadcast with Howard Cosell and Keith Jackson. And that's how I started my broadcast. And that's the Bucky Dent home run. So every time I see Bucky Dent, I go, thank you for making me a broadcaster.
It's over on the mound for the Cubs as we go to the 8th inning. It is 6-4 Chicago. And back in at the play-by-play, here's Jeff Levering.
Thanks so much, Lane. It's Drew Pomeranz, who's coming into this ball game. Pitched yesterday, came in for the injured Cade Horton in the 3rd inning. Went an inning and a third of perfect baseball. He'll face Isaac Collins with a 2-run lead. First pitch to Collins is a strike. They just did clip the corner on the outside. And that is strike 1. Terang to follow, and then Blake Perkins against Pomeranz in the 8th. Got the A bullpen available for Chicago. That is a strike at the bottom of the zone. And it's 0-2 on Collins. He struck out his last time up. 0 for 2 of the walk for Isaac. 0-2. Check swing. They appeal. He went. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Collins is out number 1 in the 8th inning. Pomeranz, who had not pitched in the big leagues since 2021, slew of injuries after he left the Brewers organization. Did not allow a run until the beginning of July. 26 straight appearances without giving up a run. Pitch to Terang is a strike. Now he has proven to be human over the last 6 weeks, but not that human. A 177 earned run average. 0-1 on Terang, an RBI single in the 6th, and he takes inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boyd started the left-hander, then Keller for 2/3 of an inning. Thielbar lefty for an inning. Now Pomeranz in the 8th. Pomeranz 1-1. Hit off the end of the bat, foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bryce Terang. 2-pitch pitcher for Pomeranz. The fastball and the curveball. Trying to get something started with the bottom of the order. 1-2 on Bryce Terang. Pitch outside. Fastball at 94. 33,000 plus at the ballpark today. Nightcap tonight at 7:05. 2-2 to Terang. Hit off the end of the bat to third. Shaw charges, fields, and throws in time. Terang is out. Two away for Brandon Lockridge. I should say Perkins, who came in to hit for Lockridge. Struck out in the 6th against Keller. Today's 8th inning brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council. Over 900 signatory contractor partners who are building Wisconsin's infrastructure. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org and feel the power. Perkins takes high for ball 1. Need a base runner, down by 2 in the 8th inning. Owen Casey with a big solo homer in the 6th against Shelby Miller, providing some breathing room for the Cubs. Perkins takes a strike, 1-1. Brandon Woodruff goes for the Brewers in the nightcap tonight against Jamison Tyone. 1-1 to Perkins. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Perkins just a hair behind today. Started yesterday's ball game and was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. 1-2 pitch is low, laid off the breaking ball. 2-2. Trying to advance the inning to Joey Ortiz, who's on deck. Anything he can do. Pomeranz at the belt. 2-2 pitch. Off the plate, away, not by much. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Missed the spot of McGuire. Helped out Perkins. 3-2 with 2 outs. Here it is. Struck him out. High fastball right at the letters, and Perkins is retired. The Brewers go in order for the first time since the 3rd inning. Bottom of the 8th on the way. Cubs 6, Brewers 4 on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Is back pain slowing you down?
Well, this is a World Series card. Everybody said, you know, what's it going to be to pitch against Sandy Koufax, who's a dominant pitcher? I said, I hope I don't embarrass myself. And I didn't. You know, pitched my first shutout ever. We won 6-0, and my parents were there. My mom was afraid of heights, so she was in the upper deck. She had to come down and trade seats with somebody so that she could actually watch her 20-year-old son pitch a shutout in the World Series.
Five-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's prime time.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Second inning of work. Will face Pete Crow Armstrong to start the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs up 6-4 on the Brewers. Game 1 of the doubleheader. Pitch to Crow Armstrong. Rolled right side. Terang dives. It's under his glove. A base hit for Pete Crow Armstrong. Just rolled out, poked one into right field, and now you got all that speed over at first base. Leadoff man is aboard for Chicago. First time in the game that the leadoff batter has reached, and Crow Armstrong has 2 hits today. Let's see if Crow Armstrong tries to take off at some point. He's got 30 stolen bases, only been caught 6 times. Willie Castro at the plate, his 3-run home run in the 3rd, the difference. Tossed to first. Crow Armstrong is back. You can't beat summer in Wisconsin. Lakes, sun, food, especially grilled brats and franks from Usinger's, Pine River Gourmet, cheese spreads too. Great with everything. Here's the pitch to Castro, and it is called for a ball. That's been a strike at times. All that stuff, great with everything. Usinger's Pine River Gourmet cheese spreads, and especially when you cap it off with Cedar Crest ice cream. Call that a winner. Always 1-0. Castro takes a strike. Same spot. 1 ball, 1 strike on Willie Castro. 6 hits in 38 at-bats as a Cub. One of them a home run. His 11th of the year. Runner goes. It's high. Throw to second base. It's going to be in time. Contreras pegs PCA. Tag was right on the hip, right before the hand could get on the bag. No challenge from counsel. Crow Armstrong knew it too. That's the second runner for the Cubs that's been gunned down by Contreras. Got Matt Shaw back in the 2nd inning. This was a perfect throw. Right on the backside is where Ortiz tagged Crow Armstrong. Perfect throw. Just the 7th time he's been caught all year. 1 out, 2-1 on Willie Castro. And he takes a strike. Splitter down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Perfect transfer from William Contreras. Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. It is high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Myers trying to get Castro. 3-2 pitch and a swing and a miss at a high fastball. Castro gone on strikes. And Owen Casey, who is 2 for 3 today, a 2-run single, a fly out to left, and a solo homer. It was his home run back in the 6th inning against Shelby Miller that provided the breathing room for the Cubs. First big league home run for Owen Casey. He's got 3 hits in the series. His first 3 in the big leagues. Myers' opening pitch is a strike. Don't forget, it's baseball season, also known as Shandy season. Baseball fans, Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy, refreshing Weiss beer, natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's, flavor the moment. 0-1 to Casey is high. 1 ball and a strike. The Brewers in the 9th will have Ortiz, Frelick, and Durbin scheduled against Daniel Palencia, the closer for Chicago. 1-1, swing and a miss. Turned over the splitter. It's 1-2. That splitter has become a serious weapon for Tobias Myers. Switched up the grip down in the minor leagues, and he has taken it and run with it. 1-2 to Owen Casey. The pitch struck him out. Went to the splitter again, and Tobias Myers retires the Cubs in order. 6-4. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Brewers. They'll get Palencia on the other side of this break on the Brewers.
flip with the glove. That was not a good idea.
All he needed to do was try to get the lead guy by giving him a nice easy feed.
No, stay on your feet. No. I thought he was going to stay on his feet.
Uh-oh. The Goose did not know that the game was starting. Maybe the Goose.
American Family Insurance is always a great call. That's because their agents are always there to protect your dreams.
Daniel Palencia, 16 out of 18 in save opportunities for the Cubs, is coming into this ball game. 43rd appearance for him, 185 with his earned run average. He has 46 strikeouts and 43 2/3 innings. Ended up picking up a loss against the Pirates his last time out. Gave up a home run to Jack Sawinski. And we'll see a pinch hitter to start. Brewers are trailing 6-4 in this 9th inning. Anthony Siegler will hit for Joey Ortiz. So you get the left-handed bat in Siegler. See if he can get on. Got to have at least a base runner. The chances of taking Palencia deep twice is highly unlikely. Here's the pitch. Siegler swings and misses. He tried to go deep. 100-mile-an-hour fastball. He's allowed 3 home runs this year. That's it.
He's been pretty human his last few times out.
He's given up runs in 3 of his last 5 appearances. The 0-1 to Siegler. Swing and a miss. He is going right after him. 2 straight fastballs and Siegler behind both of them. First one at 100, that last one at 101. And Brewers today have had their opportunities. 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position. It's not bad. Still haven't converted though. Down by 2. 0-2 pitch to Anthony Siegler. Pinch hitting to start the 9th. And it's fouled back. 102 from Palencia. So he's taken up a MPH every pitch he's thrown in this inning. 100, 101, then 102. What's he got left in the tank? Frelick is on deck, and then Durbin before you get to the big boys. 0-2 to Siegler. And that missed outside. Again at 102. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Palencia into the stretch from the first base side of the rubber. Throws home. Strike 3 called. All fastballs, and Siegler frozen on a fastball in the inside corner. 1 away in the 9th. Sal Frelick 2 for 4. A pair of run-scoring singles for Sal in the top of the order today. He's got 4 hits in the series in 7 at-bats. First pitch from Palencia. High, ball 1. Palencia has his sign. He's going away. 1-0 to Frelick. It's low. Worst pitch was called for strike 3 on Yelich back in the 7th inning. Remember that one. 2-0 on Sal. Palencia deals. And he took a strike. Threw a breaking ball. And it's 2-1. Frelick lifetime against Palencia is 0 for 1. Well, a handful of hits from players on this roster against Palencia. 2-1. Down and in. 3 balls and a strike, but you can get on in a couple of different ways, of course. And Sal Frelick is 1 out of the zone away from reaching and bringing the tying run to the plate. 3 balls and a strike. Palencia's delivery is low. Ball 4, and there's your base runner. There's 1. Ortho ASAP walk. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin walk right in. There is a difference. The Brewers have a chance as Durbin comes up. He is 0 for 4 today. Durbin waiting. Pitch from Palencia. Check swing, he went. 0-1 the count. Went breaking ball on the first pitch. Frelick held on at first base by Bush. 0-1 coming. Strike two. That one caught the outer edge barely. It's 0-2 on Caleb Durbin. It's time for him to protect. Contreras is on deck. Durbin facing Palencia. He's 1-for-1 against him. Here's the pitch. Line drive, base hit. He's 2-for-2. Frelick makes the turn and stops. As Owen Casey got to that one quickly, Durbin pulled the hands in, shot it to right. The tying run is on base for Wild Bill. Just what you want to do. Scrap away, and the Brewers have a shot. Fastball in the inner part of the plate. Durbin fought it off. And now it's Contreras, who's 1-for-3 today. A base hit in the fifth. He walked in the seventh. Against Palencia, 0-for-2 with a strikeout in his career. With the big home run on Sunday afternoon against the Reds. Palencia, the stretch and the pitch. Tap foul, and it's 0-1. He was going after that first pitch no matter where it was. It was on the inner part of the plate at 99. Yelich is on deck, but right now it's Contreras. A ball in the gap could score two. Wind blowing in from center. Palencia is 0-1. Is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball at 101. Frelick and Durbin the runners. 1 out in the 9th inning. Brewers down by 2. Palencia sets at the belt. Kicks and throws. Rolled foul. He went off speed and had Contreras out in front. Fouled it off his body while he was still in the box. Screams an opportunity for Contreras at 2 strikes to try and shoot one through the right side. Bush playing off the bag, not holding Durbin. 1-2. The pitch. Ground ball left side. It'll be fielded by Shaw. Throw to second, 1 on to first. It's a double play. And the ball game is over. Shaw, right place, right time, able to snare it. And they turn the 5-4-3 game-ending double play. Brewers had a chance, but come up short. Final score 6-4 in the opener of this twin bill. We will be back in just a moment to Wrigley. Game 1 in the books. Nightcap still on the way on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Al Feckler, attorney at Cannon and Dunphy.
When I drive around our city, I can't help but ask, what's up with all the lawyer billboards? It's over the top. We're not billboard lawyers at Cannon and Dunphy. We're a team of professionals that have a reputation for getting results.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Members of LIUNA are the most diverse trade in Wisconsin's construction industry, partnering with over 900 contractors to meet the demand for a skilled, safe, and productive workforce. Their union members construct roads, bridges, buildings, sewer and water lines,